Okay, so I just want to go over a few more things. Hopefully, from part one, you have a working program at this point where we've created some statements and just a few things to finish up. One, if you get little red errors, because if I make a mistake here, maybe I type this wrong or something, that something's not a command, you can oftentimes come over here to where the red error is, and you can click and they'll give you some options like, oh, hey, actually I want to change this to print ln. So double click on that and it'll do it automatically. One error that you might hit too is you might have some weird thing, an error about module info. So if you get a little red thing over here, click on it, and then it'll have an option to like add to module info or something like that. So you only have to do that one time at the start of like a new Java project, and that has to do with like newer versions of Java. So if you hit that error, just click on the thing over here and to add to module info. Okay, so one part I didn't get to in the last video was how to do comments. All right, so what a comment is, it's some text that doesn't do anything, right? And so sometimes, you can start to see that this is hard to read, like especially what does this line mean and do? So if you want to type a comment, you do // and then we could just make a comment here like the main method runs when the Java program starts. Okay, so they show up in green in Eclipse, and you do // and so this line doesn't do anything. It doesn't try and interpret it, right? When you hit run, it just ignores any of the comments, and they're just used to write like English statements that allow us to like make sense of what the code is doing. Okay, so if I want to add one down here, I could say this line prints to the screen. Okay, and if you have a really long comment, you can do like a multi-line, which you have to do /*, and then I just hit return, and it adds a n/*, and then you can have multi-line in here. So you can do like this is a multi-line comment, something Paris is my hero. I don't know why I would put that in, but maybe something that would make more sense is like this program was created by Mr. W on 9/2, right? So that's how you do comments, and they're kind of useful to help you keep track of what the program does. All right, so to finish up this lesson, I just wanted you to take a few notes and just kind of review some of the things. So if you want to try and jot down answers to this and then unpause the video, so pause it, give yourself some time to see if you can answer these, and then I'll go over the answers with you. All right, so the curly brackets in Java, like that, okay, and they're used to open and close a set of code. So for us, we had like the main method, right, that opened and closed, or we had the class that opened and closed a set of code. You could also say a set or block of code, so like a little code section. Okay, so the name after the class, that must match. It must match the name of the .java file. Okay, so when we create the program, right, this is Hello Mr. Atkins is the name, and that has to match the name of this Java. So they'll do that kind of by default for you in Eclipse, but if you mess it up, it's going to complain that those two things must match. All right, one thing I forgot to mention in the other video too is once you create them, it's good to know how to find them, right? Because you'll actually have to turn in these .javas. Okay, so you can kind of drag them out of this package explorer. That's one way to do it. But to find them, it's wherever you made your workspace. So for me, it was on the. So if I go into my desktop and then I find my folder, my workspace folder, and then I just click in Chapter 1 Programs, SRC for Source, Programs Package, and then here's the one I was just working on. And again, if I just double click on it, I can actually see it's just a text file, right? Eclipse does some special formatting for us, but it's just a regular text file saved on my computer, and that's what I would drag around and turn in. Okay, the difference between print ln and print is just the print ln prints a return at the end of the text. Okay, and the regular print does not do that. So this ln just prints a return at the end. And most of the time you're going to use print lns, but there's some cases where you might just want to print something. So I just use a regular print. Okay, so final 2 questions for you here to pause the video and try. And this, make sure you know how to find your Java program, right? I was just showed that in the video earlier, but make sure you know how to do that. So pause the video then and try these last 2. Okay, so a .java file is a single Java program. That's just the extension Java uses. And you make comments by using // or you can use the /* thing, which again looks like that, right? For a multi-line comment, /* usually works a little bit better. Final things to clean up here. So if you need, again, the base program, here's the code one more time to just print something out, right? I usually line up my curly braces like this, so an open and close, so that's easy to tell where the class starts and ends. Right, so I generally do that. And then, yeah, so you can use this. Again, there's code on the website too if you get stuck at all. I had this little video I thought was kind of cool. I'm not sure you'll be able to hear the audio, to be honest. If you didn't hear that, it's saying you're taking your first step into a larger world. So congratulations on making it through your first program. That's kind of exciting, right? You can start to modify and play around and do your own things. It's kind of fun after this class. And then just a final reminder to make sure that you are getting Java and Eclipse set up on a home computer, right? Especially for your distance learners. Actually, all of us, it's going to be important, right? Because you're going to need that to be able to work at home. And again, if you need the directions for that, that is going to be in the previous lesson. So in our vocab lesson, in here there is directions on how to install and set up Java. All right, that's it. Not really much for homework. Next week we'll get like a set of programs that you'll have to create. But for now, pretty good. You can just play around and make new programs using print statements if you want. And again, if you have any questions at all, reach out in the blog here. All right, that's all. Thanks for a good first week.